What I want to show this time is a slightly different way to go about maintaining control from the top when you're in side mount or side control. The standard way of doing things, the fundamental way of doing things is really good. It's just basically, obviously, keeping this far side underhook, transitioning from good control positions like this where I'm underneath the elbow and here to control positions like this. And then, there's a whole series of things that you can do if the person wins this underhook battle. There's a lot of different things that you can do, But instead of doing that, in this video, what I want to show is how to really shut someone down from there that's really good at pummeling for the underhook, and how to maintain control. And it's going to open up mount for you guys and a whole lot of other opportunities, submission opportunities as well. So starting here, if he gets this underhook, this is how I'm going to react. I'm going to go elbow overhead. I'm going to block the hip, but instead of walking around, I'm going to sit out towards the legs. Okay? I'm not sitting out towards the head. So let's turn a little bit here. So you see, he's gotten this underhook. I go elbow overhead, block the hip, and now I sit out. And I'm in this sort of running man type of position, for lack of a better term. I want to make sure that the bottom leg is right next to his body and is blocking his hip. And my bottom leg is close to him. I'm not doing this. This gives him too much space. I want to be here and I want to be broad-chested. This form of control, and you'll see it's a lot different. It takes a lot more practice. It's a lot different than regular side control because I really don't have that much pressure or weight on him. You'll feel with your elbow right here next to their ear and a little bit of your rib weight on their chest. That's really all that it is. It's more about posts and wedges than it is about bearing a ton of weight down. So this is my position. You need to make sure as you practice this, and through trial and error you notice as you start trying to put this into practice, that if you do this, it's no good because his bridge means something. He's going to take me over. What I want to do is sit out to this broad-chested, good balanced position. So I'm here. He wins this underhook battle. Block the hip, elbow overhead, sit out. Sit out broad-chested. Now from here I've got control. Let's scoot a little bit this way. You see I'm underneath this elbow. Just the same way that I'd be underneath the elbow sitting out towards him. It's the same thing. So when he gets this underhook, block the hip, arm overhead, sit out. I might need to sit myself down here for a second to scoop up underneath it. I might even need to grab right here. It's not the end of the world to do that. It's an awkward fight sometimes. If the person's really, really tight here, you might just have to finagle your hips into the right position. But this is my position right here. He's got this underhook. Let's turn a little bit here. He's got this underhook, but it doesn't mean anything anymore if I'm doing this right. The reason why he thinks it means something is because it's all the way around my chest. And so if I was sitting here, yeah, he could bridge and he could roll me over. But I'm not sitting here. I'm sitting out in a good position. If he goes to bridge, his feet go to the mat in order to do that. I see that. I see that his feet go to the mat. I step over. I mount. Okay? So, mount is readily available if their MO is to bridge. Again, he gets the underhook, arm overhead, block the hips, sit out. Sitting out here, if I see his feet go to the mat and he bridges, I gotta go all the way over and line myself up, okay? So again, I'm sitting out here, block the hip with this hand, block the knee with this hand. This is a good position to be in as far as whatever this top hand is doing. I want to push here or push here. If I see his feet go to the mat and he bridges, I step over, continue all the way to mount. If for some reason, and let's go back and do the whole series again, when he gets his underhook, block, go over the head, I sit out. Maybe his style is not to bridge. He's not this explosive bridging reversal guy. He's more clingy and he wants to try to reclaim guard. If he's trying to do that, I keep blocking this knee here. He's going ahead and try to reclaim guard a little bit. I stay underneath this elbow as much as I can. Okay, I keep my hips underneath this elbow as much as I can. I keep this knee, let's turn here, keep this knee close to his hip. So if he's trying to get his guard back, I keep blocking him. If it becomes really hairy for me and he's causing me a lot of problems, I start switching to north-south on the other side, and I can sit out here. If he bridges, mount. Here on the other side, if he's trying to get his guard back, side control on the other side. When you guys are transitioning to north-south, you want as much of your rib weight down as you can. I like to keep my floating ribs right over the person's head and face area in general. That keeps me from being way too far away or way too close. A lot of people mistake north-south with 69. It is not 69, trust me. Not only is that awkward for your partner, and you, probably, but it's also not that good of a way to maintain the north-south position. There are times and places for it, and you're going to want to pinch the head in between your knees and your thighs when you're going for kimuras and setting up certain positions or certain submissions. But when you're trying to transition like that, and even when you're trying to control, you want to be down here. So what I want is not to be up here, I want to be here. Okay? So let's talk about how you guys can drill this. Okay? It's pretty simple and straightforward. So I'm here in side control. He pummels in and gets an underhook. Hand over head, block the hip. Sit out. My partner gives me a bridge. I mount. Now that I've got mount, I can keep using this position and this flow in a drill. I go elbow over head. I drop my hip, straighten out my leg to do it. High leg over. Make sure I'm underneath this elbow here. Blocking this knee. Maybe he goes to bridge again. I see his feet hit the mat. Mount. Elbow overhead. Hip to the mat. Dismount. Good position. Not here, but here. Maybe he's trying to get his guard now. I transition here to north-south. Go to the same position. Maybe he's trying to get his guard back again. Trying to turn to face me. Yep. Work around. Sit out. Maybe he's trying, I see his feet hit the mat. He's going to try to use that up. Underhook. Bridge. I'm out. And you can keep flowing with this whole thing. One thing I want to differentiate real quick before we wrap it up is the difference between this position here that we're working on and this position. You're going to end up here sometimes. It's not the end of the world, and there are things you can do from here. But keep in mind, if I'm below his arm, he's probably going to start straight arming me. If he starts straight arming me, I'm losing it. He's either going to get his guard back, or if I'm a real dummy, he's just going to take my back. So instead of being here like this, where when they start pushing, I would need to start figure fouring and trapping and hipping in and all that stuff. Scoot a little bit further. I'm here instead of here. So I feel this underhook. This becomes a problem. Block the hip, sit out, get underneath that elbow. Can mount here, You can do the old grab the foot and mount if you want, if the person's really going crazy with their legs. If they're going crazy with their legs too, just keep blocking, turn the hip this way, work the north-south, turn the hip this way, set up all your kind of fancy rolling stuff that everyone likes to do. There's a whole lot of stuff that you can do from there. So, hope you like the video, and thank you.